All right, ready to talk some shit?
Let's go.
Let's go. Episode 27. Yeah, that's where we at right now. Shout out to everyone that's been giving us feedback. Getting lovely messages.
Thank you very much.
Beautiful messages.
Yeah, we appreciate that a lot.
Yeah. I have to give a shout out. There's somebody who had DM'd me, right? They were like, they have like a listening group or something like that, where when they listen to the podcast, they don't listen to it alone. They have to sit around and listen together.
That's dope, man.
That's dope as fuck.
That's dope as hell.
I gotta shout you out.
Yeah.
I have to shout you out. Yeah. But how was your week though? As I look for this message.
Damn, man. My week was good. It was good. You know, busy. Obviously, with the newborn in the house, you know how it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Trying to figure out what the person is crying about. Has she peed? Has she pooped?
Yeah.
Is she hungry?
Yeah.
Does she need to be changed? Is it too hot? Because it's been irritatingly hot, and she cries when it's hot because I don't know. She just can't get up and go take a bath.
Yeah.
So she just cries.
So you don't know what's going on.
You don't know what's going on half the time. You're guessing, but like it's very few things. It's either feed, she peed, she pooped, it's too hot.
Yeah.
That's
at this
it.
point. Because she's still like, who are these strangers around me?
Who are these people around me? Familiar voices, but
Who are these weirdos?
Yeah.
The one cute thing that happened recently was finding out that my little nephew is like left-handed.
For real?
It was kind of cute, man. Because I was like, because we're like kicking like a ball around.
Yeah.
So I'd throw it, he'd run, and then he'd kick it, and I'd be like, yo, that's not the right foot. Literally not the right foot, And then I thought it was like just a mistake or something, but then threw it again, same thing happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. When he gets mad, he hits you with the left.
Okay.
I'm like, yeah, you
left foot.
He'll kick you with the left. He'll slap you with the left. It's just like that.
Yeah.
So
there are others who are like left-footed, but he right. Like.
That's interesting. I've never seen anybody like that.
There was somebody like that though. And I was curious. It's like, how is that possible?
Yeah, your brain has to be like
messed up.
Really messed up to like.
Did they drop you as a kid?
Probably. They probably got dropped or some shit.
No, but like it's like, look, give us feedback. If you know somebody who's like that, just let us know. Or if it's fanatic, maybe it was a conversation that was had after too many beers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And niggas were just trying to convince each other about some shit. And tell me, it's like, yo, medically it's not possible, fanatic. It's just not possible. Let me know, all right? But like, there was a story that I heard of somebody around. Yeah. It's like, okay, he's right-handed, left-footed.
Wow. Maybe what happened was mom was a freak. And, one dude came through, literally, and another one came through, and... I don't know. You tell me if this is medically possible. Two niggas, they do their thing. And then, two different thingies go in there and they kind of mix and make one baby.
No. That is not possible. That is not possible.
So wait, so when a dude nuts, right?
Yeah.
And it goes in there, all the way in and things start happening.
Yeah.
The place that opens up for the thing to go in closes? Is that what happened automatically?
It's like it can't happen anymore. So it's like the process is done. The body already knows. It's like there's already something that's working here. You know what I mean? Pari benchito, basically.
We're not hiring.
We're not hiring. There's already somebody who's got the job.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, but like in dogs, like you can actually do that though, because it's like they release several eggs, obviously. And with that said, then you could have two males mate with one female, and have two different sets of puppies.
Wow. And they'll be like normal puppies.
Yeah, they'll be normal puppies.
They're not like aggressive or some shit like that.
They'll be just fine. It's just that, you'll be able to tell. It's like in dogs, like the way I have chocolate dogs.
Yeah.
So I know, it's like Diego's going to produce some chocolate dogs. If somebody has got like a line of black dogs, and then we do that same thing, and then you find that some of them are black, some of them are, you'll be able to tell. It's like, oh, so these are for this other own, and then these are for, so yeah.
Dogs are quite intelligent, right?
Yeah, they
so when they're the girl that they usually smash, has babies that has a different coat from his, do they get pissed off? I mean, you know a lot about dogs than I do.
Yeah, no.
So does that be like, what the fuck's going on? Because I've heard stories about dogs eating puppies. So is that what happens? Is that like the aggression?
No, females do that, but like males are deadbeats when it comes to, in the dog world.
That's why they call men dogs.
Yeah, they nut and they are gone. They don't care about the puppies at all.
But think about it, if guys, deep down, niggas want to do that though.
Yeah.
Like nut and just get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Like, no, I don't want to cuddle and I don't want to see you ever again.
That'd be crazy though. So that whole terminology of calling men dogs is not really right. You know? Because it's like we don't do.
Well, some niggas do that.
It's like immediately he nuts. He gets up and he's out.
Of course not. Okay,
yeah. Come on, man. They might lie, they pretend for a couple of days, but
yeah. Then he disappears.
They'll
after
ghost
a while.
you properly.
Yeah,
yeah.
Ghost you nicely.
In a
humanly way.
In a humanly way. Even the ones that are bad, it's like, oh, you call him the next day, he's not picking up. At some point, he'll pick up and it's like, no, sorry, I got busy, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? He was offer an explanation. Male dogs are just, they don't give a damn.
They don't give a fuck at all.
They give a fuck and then they don't.
Just don't after that. Yeah, this is what talking about this crazy shit. It just reminds me of the joke I told yesterday. That was the most hilarious shit ever. You know, the best joke you've ever heard in your life.
There you go.
Yeah. There's a place called Nat Save.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, if it was a sperm bank, it'd be great for it to be called Nut Safe.
Yeah.
Laugh, nigga, it's funny.
Nah. I did not laugh yesterday. I'm gonna keep the same energy today. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just that you messed it up. You know what I mean? You messed up Nat Save yesterday. You don't realize how many times it's like I'm being asked, it's like, yo, where you at? It's like I'm still in town by Nut, N-U-T. It's like, no, it's not this one. By Nut Save. So even right now, I have to be conscious. I don't say nut. You know what I mean? Like nut. It's like Nut Save. It's Nut Save. I almost want to pronounce it wrong just to get away from that shit. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn. Now he's messed it up for me my whole life.
Yes.
So next time, be like, oh, hey, how you doing? So how's work going? It's like, where you working now? I'm working at Nut Save. Be like, nah, my nigga.
Oh, you mean the sperm bank in town? Like,
taking care of people's nuts.
I'm telling you, they do this shit. Yeah. So shout out to Mui Mui. I hope I got your name right, but yeah, you DM'd saying, you initiated your boys to listen to the podcast.
There you go.
And basically the routine is it's like a chill session, and we listen to the podcast together. So yeah, shout out to you. Really appreciate
big
that.
Shout out. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. So let's get to the shits, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, where do you want to start this? Do you want to start it with the minister? Oh, sorry, the mayor.
The mayor. Okay. So the mayor of the city of Lusaka. We've talked about him so much on this
several times. You know what I mean? Like he should cut us a check or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we be talking about him a lot.
We do, yeah. And sometimes you think is this guy just doing things deliberately?
Yeah.
Just to fuck with people?
Yeah.
Because like the free Wi-Fi thing was, he was holding that up like it was such a great innovative thing, like this is such an amazing idea.
Yeah.
But it's actually an idea that the previous guy had. What was the sleeping bear? He passed away, man. His soul rest in peace.
Yeah.
I just forgot his name. But we actually talked about him too, I think, on the podcast. So yeah, it's like free Wi-Fi at all like
public places, bus stations, whatever. I don't know. Train
airports
and
stuff.
All of that.
So somebody mixed the clip together where they actually where is this clip? Let's find it. There it is.
The other thing I'll do.
So wait. This is before he got elected.
Yeah, this is before
as the mayor.
So this is his campaign promises or whatever.
Yes, this was on TV. This is him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Within 100 days.
Let me bring it back a little bit.
The other thing I'll do within 100 days is ensure that in public places, starting with the airport, the rail station, the bus station, the intercity, and elsewhere, we introduce free Wi-Fi.
Oh, amazing.
So that when you arrive in Zambia at the airport, immediately there's free Wi-Fi, you log in. When you go to Intercity, there's free Wi-Fi. If you are traveling, you are delayed, you can at least communicate with your family from there. And the council itself will put free Wi-Fi, so that we encourage you people to come. Public places, okay?
Yeah, there we go.
You want
So that was the first clip. And then
Refer to the document. 100 days, there's no Wi-Fi.
This is a recent clip.
This is a recent clip when it was asked about the free Wi-Fi.
Yeah. I was calling them the 100 days milestones. Because it's hilarious. All right, so here it is. This is him now talking about.
Refer to the document.
Wait a minute, back it up a little bit. There we go. Play, nigga. Okay, this is after.
Refer to the document. 100 days, there's no Wi-Fi. And that's where I've put Wi-Fi. Installation of free Wi-Fi. That's what they will experience in my time. So it can be on the last day of 2021 of my period. I'll show people of Lusaka they will experience the Wi-Fi. In videos, maybe they have fake videos. I didn't watch the video. I have no bundles in my phone, so I didn't watch. I have no time to waste. Me, I know my Bible is here. So during selling that, this Bible of mine, which or the constitution of my work, I was explaining what I would do. So Wi-Fi said we'll start. Everything else in here we said we'll start.
Wow. So there you go. In the first clip, you can clearly hear him say, it's in the first 100 days. Yeah. We could play this again and you could hear that. Like,
the other thing I'll do within 100 days is ensure that in public places, starting with the airport, the rail station,
there you go. He says within 100 days I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
So, what's up with him?
I mean, like, look, if you're going to... Guys. The thing is, it's like, he has no time.
Yeah.
No time to what? You have no time to look at what you said?
Basically, yeah. He doesn't want to...
Because it's like, his reply, you can obviously clearly tell that he was asked about, no, there's a video.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, I haven't seen the video. I don't have any bundles in my phone.
That's your explanation as a minister.
Yeah. As the mayor of the city, I do not have any bundles in my phone. So I haven't seen that video. Like, when does it end, man?
When does it end with him? You know, it was clearly something that he wanted to do. You know, and actually, I think he actually thought it was possible. He probably dreamt of it. It's like, yo, I think we can do this, right? Or maybe I'm giving him too much credit when I say that. I don't know, but like, for you to build, you know, these Wi-Fi systems for the tech and stuff, to put it at all these public places that you speak of, like, it's not like an easy task, because you're talking about public places, and that's across the city of Lusaka, which is not your backyard. No, it's big.
It's huge.
So
it's huge.
It has to take longer than 100 days for you to do that. But obviously, we know that project hasn't even kicked off.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Because clearly it's not a priority. It's not in what he wanted to do in the first 100 days. So he says.
Yeah.
It's like in the document, it's not there.
Yeah.
All right. So what he says is basically that I was lying when I said I'll do this in 100 days.
Or he mixed it up.
Yeah.
You know? It was like, oh shit, I took something from a long-term thing and I put it in a short-term thing.
He just sounded very resolute, though. He looked like, he sounded like he knows exactly what he's talking about. All right? Because that was the thing that was brought up over and over and over and over again. All right? Because it's like, oh, free Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi. And the thing is, it's like, guy, you at least have to ask around. It's like, how feasible is it to do this? Exactly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's like, if you're going to put it at Intercity, I kind of even see the possibility there, because it's like there's a certain level of security, there's a certain level of infrastructure.
There's structure.
Yeah.
You can
so
say that.
if it's just like all public places. All of these places. I mean, from what I remember, if I'm not mistaken, I think the airport did have free Wi-Fi. Maybe it didn't have Wi-Fi that was provided by the council.
Yeah.
But there was free Wi-Fi. It's like you could go up there and log in. Just ask for the password from anybody walking past, like any of the airport staff. You easily. You know what I mean? Like any other airport.
Yeah.
So for me, it's one of those things that you sit down. It's like, did he even know that thing was there at the airport?
Probably. But you think, isn't he like a well-traveled man? He would probably know this.
Look, he was a minister.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was a minister in the previous government. In the PF government, actually.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The government of Basata.
Okay.
So the thing is, it's so some of these comments that these politicians say, and you're like, did you think about this?
Yeah.
Did you think about this? Did you seriously think about this? Because it's like these things he keeps on doing.
Yeah.
The poster of we are looking for these people, when it clearly points, it's got an arrow and an address and a phone number and a Facebook page, and then you're saying we're looking for these people. So did you think about it? If you're gonna stand next to the bloody poster, point at it, and then say take the picture, and then we get this, and then we'll post it on my Mouse Sampa page or the council page or whatever it is. It's like, did you think about this?
Probably not. And I just don't get why the people in the PF want to always have a timeline for when they're going to do something. Like in the campaigns, like we started with the 90 days thing.
Yeah.
We're going to change everything in 90 days.
90 days.
Like it's not possible for you to change a system that's been in place for years in 90 days. It's not possible.
Yeah.
There's a lot of paperwork to do. There's a lot of money involved in you doing stuff like that, So when they were talking about 90 days back then, when the when Michael Sata won the election, we were like, get out of here. You guys are not going to do anything with the
sounded nice though.
Constitution.
It sounded great. Sounded great to hear.
Because the whole idea was the country is shit right now, and we need to change things immediately, which was a good thing. But 90 days was just not feasible.
Yeah.
Same goes with the Wi-Fi thing. It's just why does it have to be 100 days?
Because it's 10 more than 90. So that's a lot more time.
He gave himself, 10 bucks. You can't stick with 90 days. Let's give ourselves like a little more time.
Let's make it 100.
Yeah.
Just square it off to even proper 100. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Yeah. Because it's like, bruh, even just the amount of money it would take to put up this stuff. Yeah. All right? I mean, we see this in our papers, in the local news. It's there all the time. It's like, council workers have not been paid for the past 4 months.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're like, so you mean to tell me it's like you got problems just paying your people?
Yeah.
And then you're going to get money from where to start putting up Wi-Fi in bus stations and train stations and airports and all of that? Where are you going to get that money from?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like people don't even like to hear that you're gonna use money from taxes to do something. So it's like you should be able to be like, yo, this is what we're gonna do. We'll start this program, and this is the money we'll generate from this, and this is the money we'll use to make this Wi-Fi infrastructure go up. So that's where you be like, yo, 100 days is just not,
it's not possible.
Yeah, so like you're just gonna come into the place and then just start taking money and just start throwing it into things. And then the thing is, like, for me, like, Wi-Fi, people don't really give a fuck about free Wi-Fi. Like, there's drainage system issues that we have in this country, in this city, because, you're the mayor of the city, so you're looking at this place. Think about it. Look at all that, the cyclone, like, stories we're hearing from Zimbabwe and
Malawi, Mozambique.
Like, if we got hit with that shit, it's wild. Like,
it will be.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Because like it could rain for like it will rain hard for like 15 minutes and it's flooded everywhere.
It's flooded in town.
Yeah.
Especially the CBD.
There you go.
All right. So for me, it's
where everyone does business.
Everybody. All right. It's like, look, let's take prime example of Kulimatawa bus station.
Yeah.
All right. Kulimatawa bus station.
Oh my gosh.
I've said this before, I believe, on this podcast. All right? They revamped it, quote unquote. All right? They revamped it, and then it took, I don't know how long for them to open it. Yeah. I was working at Joy FM, Kulimatawa building.
Yeah.
10th floor. So you could look down there. And then every time they were asked about it, they were like, "Oh no, we're working on the drainage system," and we're like, "Ain't nobody working down there. There's nobody doing shit down there." You know what I mean? So they decide, let's open it. First rainy season, boom, the whole damn thing is flooded. And they were saying they were working on the drainage system for months.
Wow.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, you as the mayor coming in, I'm thinking you should know about that.
Yeah.
And because you know about that, you should be able to case like, look, the first thing in the first 100 days is we're going to start, not we're going to sort out. We're going to start sorting out the drainage system at Kulimatawa bus station so that our people can be walking around, free, clean environment, all of that shit. You're not going to start saying like, oh, free Wi-Fi. It's like, who cares about free Wi-Fi when you're knee deep in people's spit and shit and
diapers,
pee,
condoms, all that shit. Yeah,
it's like, because that's what happens. It's like you can't walk properly in there. It's like it gets flooded.
Yeah.
The water is above your ankles.
There you go.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah. So it's like, I'm just like, your priorities are like really like misplaced because free Wi-Fi?
I swear I should run for government. I can do a better job at this. It's like I could probably sweet talk you into some shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I'll say what's really going on.
Yeah.
Because half of these niggas are clueless.
True.
Clueless.
True. Because think about it. The lady who's selling, vegetables on the street, does she really give a fuck about Wi-Fi?
She doesn't.
Like,
she doesn't
what is she
care.
gonna do about what does that help?
No, nothing.
Does nothing for her
At all.
Not to say, internet is, it's important for everybody, but like when you talk about business for a person who's selling veggies on the streets, or I don't know, maybe somebody selling shoes or like, dry foods on the streets. I don't know how like that Wi-Fi is gonna benefit them.
Doesn't.
Or if there is probably ways that they could, they could probably post online that this is where they're found or something like that, right?
Yes.
But like, we all know that for you to like really gain traction online, like to get customers and stuff, like there's a lot of noise on the internet.
Yeah, too much.
So getting like a base online is very difficult. But when you're on the streets, people are passing, you can see them. You're more worried about people you can see than people that you can't see online.
Exactly.
When you're on the streets. So that's why like the internet thing is just like,
it's funny as hell, man.
yeah. I mean, maybe the guy should be thinking of things like this. It's like, oh, okay, free Wi-Fi will benefit taxi drivers. So let's say Lusaka City Council is partnering with Ulendo. And so we've got like all these free Wi-Fi things at all these taxi ranks, so that they can be able to connect with like potential customers and stuff like that. And then because you know how the app works, it's like basically Uber. You know what I mean? So it's like we are cutting the cost of them. No, they don't need to buy data for them to do business.
Yeah.
So those could be like some of the, you could be thinking progressive like that, but like initially there's more pressing issues. We've got issues that have to do with shit like garbage collection, and even the dumping sites and stuff like that. It's like it's bad. It's
horrible.
So many things that you can do on the streets,
bro. Like too many things.
Yeah.
For me, here's the thing. It's like if you can't see the issues and you're the person who's in power right now, this is your job to see the issues and to see the problems, and then you can't see them. Then there is no hope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's the problem. Again, for me, it's like that's the problem when it comes down to voting, when people vote on party lines, because they're not voting for what the person is saying.
Yeah.
They're voting basically for the party.
Yeah.
They don't care about what they're saying. They could be saying, apples and oranges, mixed oranges. They don't care. Half the people in that room, I'll tell you that, half the people who are uploading that whole free Wi-Fi in 100 days, it's like probably don't even know the first thing about Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Maybe.
You know what I mean? Because it's a whole bunch of there's certain things that you have to start explaining. Oh, I'm in Wi-Fi. So you can, you know what I mean? It's like you have to start explaining these things.
Yeah. Anyway,
it's crazy.
Just we need to hold our leaders accountable, man, for their bullshit.
Yeah.
Seriously, like you can't. It's not like he said this 5 years ago.
Yeah.
He He said this last year.
Yeah. And for me, that's like, if I was a journalist, that would be the recurring question, man. It's like every time I see him, that would be the recurring question. You said
100 days. Within 100, he
Yes.
said within 100 days,
100
I'm going to
days.
do this.
Yeah.
So you basically lied. And that is one of the lies that got you into office.
Absolutely.
You know. Because,
We got duped.
the thing is, like, people will be, they'll hear, like, free Wi-Fi. Oh, my gosh, that's, like, amazing. Like, so, that's like, oh, great. Let's vote for someone who is progressive, because that's what you look like. Because you think it looks like you're thinking like someone that's able to
Think ahead
think
and all of
ahead
these
of the
different
pack
things.
and whatever, trying to basically stay like current with like the rest of the world, basically.
There you go.
But I guess again, your point is, I guess, the mother of all points. People voted for the party and not really the person.
Not really the person. Not at all.
Because there was a debate. He didn't even show up for that.
No, he didn't.
And he did well to do that.
Yeah.
Because he was just going to mess it up.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
That's Zambian politics for you.
So we got a review of the podcast. Somebody,
Oh, yeah.
one of the, an avid listener who has
Took it upon herself to do a review of what some of the things that we had to say last week on the podcast. More specifically about the Dope Boys.
The Dope Boys.
Yeah,
Let's see. I need to find that.
The Oyampung dudes.
Yeah.
Those same dudes, you know what I mean? So
You called them simple minds? Anyway, let's find this clip of her.
simple-minded fools
of her-
infiltrate grimy crews. You remember that line?
Hip hop. So yeah, her YouTube page is called, what is it called? It's called apparently Adorifo. I hope I said that right. Let's see. Trying to find this shit. Oh, there it is. So this is.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel.
That's her there.
I was supposed
Let me skip to the part where she started, because she was talking about her hair in the beginning.
Yeah.
warm, you know?
And the flu.
Yeah.
So if at any point I have a cold. Well, today I'm talking about the Raw Conversations podcasts and what they said on their podcast. If you don't know, is I subscribe to most Zambian channels here on YouTube. I support smaller YouTubers. I love it because it's more real and original. Not only that, I also love it when more Zambians come onto the YouTube or do their podcast. Like I usually subscribe, and I'm really interested in hearing what they have to say. So last week, if I was listening to it on Sunday. Today's a Tuesday. I'm making this video on a Tuesday. On Sunday, I was listening to the Raw Conversations podcast with Crumbs and Fanatic, and they were talking about the Dope Boys. Now, if you're not aware, it's blowing up. There's a song, there's the Pum 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 song, which is done by the Dope Boys. It's taken over. It's like the most happening song right now on all radio stations, if I'm not mistaken. Many people are dancing to it, and it's a happening song right now. So these two boys are from Mundola. The Dope Boys are from Mundola, and they came onto the scene. However, there's a video that just popped up recently of them in a car, and they're talking about,
Okay, we know what happened.
it was a very... tried to get in contact with their manager, Ezra. I immediately tried to get in contact with their manager, Ezra.
So she tried to do it too.
Yeah, she tried to do it too.
Unfortunately, I couldn't get through to him.
So Blackson
So this
was
video
just
has been making
unavailable.
its rounds, and the Raw Conversations podcast guys had a few. They didn't mince words. However, I had a few issues with what they said. They called the Dope Boys simple-minded. I don't know if it was. I think it was more Fanatic who called the Dope Boys simple-minded. I don't know why he called them simple-minded.
Why did you call them simple-minded, sir? Let's address it line by line. Why did you call them simple-minded? Keep the same goddamn energy.
No, what I meant to say is I didn't mean simple-minded. Perhaps yo, look.
Shit.
Yeah. Nah, man, it's like I'm gonna keep the same energy. Look, if you do something stupid, I'll call you stupid. All right, it's like you did something stupid.
Yeah.
All right, because it's like if they're gonna go back, if they're gonna look at that and say it's like, no, we have no problem with this video, then go ahead, keep the same energy as well. I'll keep the same energy. If you did something stupid, if you did something simple-minded, I will call you simple-minded. All right, that's just what it is.
Yeah, I mean the act itself was simple-minded. It was the act of the kids, the dope boys, saying all the shit that they were saying.
Yeah, ignorant.
It was very ignorant.
Yeah,
and if I'm not mistaken, that was the context of you using.
There you go.
But obviously, it's not nice to call people simple. Come on, fanatic, it's bad, huh? Why you calling people? Thanks.
Look, all I'm saying is, number one, I love this because when you sent me the link, I was like, yo, yes. Yeah. Who is she? Subscribe.
Yeah, she's been listening to the podcast for a while now.
And that's exactly what I did, and I was like, yo, this is dope. For me, it's like it was just all positive energy. You know what I mean? I want to find her and give her a big old hug after she gets over the flu.
You might catch some
flu. I don't want to catch that Coppola flu, man.
Might kill you. And why do you have a teddy bear in the background?
Isn't that her bedroom, though? It's a bedroom, though, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying.
You wondering?
Do women typically just have these dolls in their houses and stuff, like in their bedrooms?
Maybe it's like our boyfriend who got it. You know what I mean? And like it means something to her. No, for real. It's like women like.
I'm not throwing shade. I'm just saying, like.
Yeah, you're making it look like I'm trying to throw shade. Why are you laughing though? No, it's like maybe it's
because I'm looking at the thing right now, like it's right in front of me. So yeah, it's kind of bothering me. It was a bit like. It's almost like I'm pissed off and I got my teddy bear with me and we're going to address you today.
So was it positioned to face the camera?
Yes.
It looks like that.
Did you watch the video?
I watched the video. I was not looking at the teddy bear, sir. Sorry.
The teddy bear is like her sidekick, bro. And why does the teddy bear have to be white? Huh? Okay, I'm joking. That was, of course. Yeah. It's not racial.
Yeah.
Let's continue. Have you...
No, I'm done.
Your piece? Okay, cool.
My piece, man.
Yeah. And with the teddy bear thing, I'm just joking.
Yeah,
we're playing with you. Come on.
Yeah.
It's fun and games.
He basically called them stupid, which was uncalled for. Like I was like, why are you calling them out of their name for? Like, have issues with their music or their art, but like don't attack their person, until they do something that's. I don't even think it's fair to call somebody that anyway. Anyway, he called them simple-minded. And on the Raw Conversations podcast, they were called a one-hit wonder. Oh, they were going in on them anyway. So, my take. This video came out. I had issues with it. The management, Ever Moving Forward brand, got out a letter which they forgot to edit because it was from 2018. Like, guys, come on. Proofread. Anyway. They came up with an apology saying, you know what, when this video came out, this is an old video that has come out now. These guys are addicted to drugs and we were addicted to drugs and we're going through therapy to stop this, drug abuse thing, and we apologize. They basically apologize on behalf of the boys. If you hear, that's my baby in the background with the dad.
Hi, baby.
Anyway, so that apology was stated.
So the teddy bear is probably for the kid then.
Oh yeah.
That would make sense.
Could be.
Oh, there we go.
I still stand by women still like teddy bears. You know what I mean?
Your wife got a teddy bear?
No.
Oh, okay, great.
They're saying that
my point exactly.
Because of this apology, it was opportunistic on Ezra's part. They're the brand manager, their promoter. He was being opportunistic in that he used that because he's having a campaign. There's a campaign that's been going on, the codeine campaign that he has been doing to bring awareness to the fact that there's a codeine substance abuse, which I have noticed myself. Most Zambian drivers or most drivers who drink codeine, like the cough syrup, there's codeine in there, they'll drink it so that they pass the alcohol test, the breathalyzers, so they drink that instead of drinking alcohol. Then they get high off of that. And so he decided to bring awareness to this. And this campaign has been going on for a long time. Like, I saw it. But the boys I'm calling them boys, no disrespect. our boys on the Raw Conversations podcast were like, he's being opportunistic because now he's like trying to throw his business in there, and we have never heard about this Godine movement. I have an issue with that. You know, Lusaka, not all, but most Lusaka people think Zambia is Lusaka and Lusaka is Zambia, which is not the case. I heard about this Godine. I've been hearing it before even I knew about the Dot Boys, Pum Pum Pusomo. Before the Dot Boys video even came through, ignore that. Even before the Pum 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 thing came out, like I knew about it. I've seen it on Facebook. It's been trending. Paul the Prince did a video on it. Maureen Manawasa said something on it. Like I saw it. So I think it was unfair that they were calling the manager out of his name to say he was being opportunistic. Their words, not mine. They did, however, try to get in contact.
Okay, so let's address that.
Yeah. Go.
Let's address the opportunistic thing because I think I mentioned that.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. It was almost 30 minutes of us talking about that.
Yeah.
So there was
some time.
We provided a lot of context. You know, the reason why we mentioned that it was opportunistic. I don't know why we have to do that. Like to explain something that's like there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like let's do this, right? We said it was an opportunistic thing because we didn't see any codeine in that video.
Yeah.
They didn't say they used codeine.
Yes.
Nobody knew that the Dope Boys are codeine heads.
No.
You know. So why bring up codeine in the statement that you are trying to make the situation better.
Trying to control it.
Yeah, you're trying to paint a good picture about your client.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So why reveal things that people don't know?
That's what we asked.
Did we see
that?
Do we see any codeine in the video?
Nah.
Did they say they use codeine in the video?
No.
Have you ever seen them anywhere in a picture with a cup or something and they're drinking codeine?
No, that's the thing. It's like I know a couple of rappers who actually, when you go through their Facebook, whatever's, like they proudly display it. Zambian dudes.
Yeah.
Proudly display it, you know what I mean?
True.
Seen that. Several guys.
Yeah. But now you take the reason why it looked very opportunistic is, and that's why we tried to call him to actually have a conversation with him because that's our boy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's our dude, we know.
Yeah. He's our boy. So it's like you're taking this opportunity to almost like, and these are the words we use, to launch your campaign to like, because now this was a situation that was being looked at by everyone in the country.
Yeah.
We're like, oh yeah, because they've got the biggest song, so they've got a lot of people's attention.
A lot.
Yeah. And then the other aspect of why it looked shady as for the management to come out and speak on it is we gave the example when artists anywhere in the world who are quote unquote big, when they mess up, if Chris Brown or Jay-Z or Beyonce.
Chris Brown beats up Rihanna.
Yeah. Chris Brown has to say his sorry.
Yeah.
His management doesn't have to say their sorry.
Yeah.
You know.
They might even come in at a later stage to provide a comment to probably another news outlet who can get in touch directly with, you know what I mean? They'll be like, oh, Chris is actually very remorseful about what he did.
Exactly.
And to show you that he's remorseful, probably kind of like, you remember what he did, right? It's like he was going through to radio stations, explaining what happened on the night, apologizing to his fans, or all of that. Just like he went all over the place.
That's the PR.
Yeah. Later on, that's when you can be like, it's like, oh, you can see he's remorseful and he's been talking about it, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
You don't come there and say it's like, oh, Chris is at the crib and he's sorry, y'all.
Exactly.
He is sorry. He crying his eyes out right now. You don't do that.
Yeah.
We want to hear from him. He's the one
Straight
who did
up.
the wrong thing, so we want to hear from him.
Yeah.
Simple and straightforward, you know.
Like even like another issue where it's like, I know it wasn't her fault. Like Ariana Grande had this issue. Like, you know, she was in Manchester, then a bomb went off at her concert.
Yeah.
Like when something happens like that, and it's like, yo, you were affected. You almost died in that
True.
building and stuff.
True.
Like she it took a while for her to go out there because obviously she was really emotional about it. So, they management will come out and say, yo, this is what happened. Because management is involved in all of that.
In the planning and all of this different
and
things.
then eventually she comes out and now starts talking about it.
Yeah.
She'll break down and cry in an interview.
Yeah.
They'll probably tell her, like, you know what, if you feel like crying, please do, because it helps the situation.
Yeah.
The more that people see that you are remorseful about the situation, the better.
Yeah.
So the Dope Boys did that video. Management had no idea probably that these guys were doing this, and they put up that video. It seemed like it was a cool thing for them to do.
Yeah.
That for them it was like, oh man, like we're living the life, we're doing our thing.
Yeah.
And they are they not a one-hit wonder?
That's the thing. It's like, look, we're waiting for more music.
Here's the thing.
If it comes, it comes.
Let's have a real conversation about how music blows up in this country.
Yeah.
And I know this could piss off some people, but it's the truth. If a song is not big in Lusaka, it's not big anywhere else. I'm sorry. If you don't have shows in Lusaka, you're not a big artist.
Oh yeah, no, that's a fact.
That's just a fact.
That's true.
We have more radio stations in Lusaka than anywhere else. There's more venues that you can perform at. There's more festivals happening in Lusaka than anywhere else.
Yeah.
So if you're not being heard in the streets of Lusaka, I'm sorry, but you're not a big artist.
Another hypothetical situation. Do you think people in Seattle don't act? They obviously do, right?
Yeah.
They obviously do, and they're probably great at it.
Yeah.
Probably real big in Seattle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if you want to be, if you're not in Hollywood, nigga, you ain't shit. You're not.
That's just the truth.
That's just the truth. You know what I mean?
That's the truth.
You can be. That's why these people move. It's like, look, it's like, oh, I'm big. I'm regional.
Yeah.
I'm like this. And it's like now, it's like if I want to really launch this thing, all right, go to Hollywood.
Yes.
Go to Hollywood.
That's just the way it is.
Now it's a Hollywood and an Atlanta, but like Atlanta is also more series and all of these different things. You know what I mean? If you want to be big for real, you're in Hollywood.
True.
Features, billions of movies being spent on billions of dollars being spent on one movie. That's in Hollywood. That's not happening in Atlanta. That's not happening. You know what I mean?
Well, Atlanta has become like it's become like the place now.
Yes.
Like it's become the town.
It's become the town now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But Hollywood is Hollywood. You understand what I'm saying? It's kind of like even the big shot in Atlanta will still need a big shot in Hollywood. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah.
So Atlanta has no Steven Spielberg. They got Tyler Perry. He's big and all of that.
Yeah.
But like, come on, it's Steven Spielberg.
True.
It's George Lucas.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So you can be big in another part of the country. Go ahead, be big, do the most. All right. Yeah. And if Lusaka owns that side, it's like, and he needs a pass, you give him the pass. You show him around the town.
Yeah.
You show him a good time.
You should.
That's what you should do.
Yeah.
All right.
Because when did Maki 2 really blow up?
When he came down here.
Where does Maki 2 live?
This is like he's got a house in Jalala.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when you're making moves.
Yeah.
You have to make decisions.
Yes.
And they're business based.
Yes. And
if you want to be big, you have to make it in Lusaka.
Yes.
It's a fact.
Because if Airtel want to grab you for a show and you're gonna tour the whole Copper Belt, all right, you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna call some dude at the head office here in Lusaka. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's kind of like, wouldn't it be annoying? It's like, look, I want to do this. I got big songs. We can do this. I can get your message out there. But it's like, oh no, we're gonna have to wait for Mr. So and so from Lusaka. Might as well just come to Lusaka and talk to the dude yourself. Yeah, you know what I mean? And then by the time you're going that side, it's like it's already a go.
Yeah,
simple and straightforward. You understand?
Ask any artist. Like even talk to Chef. You ask him where he gets more shows.
Yeah,
he'll tell you. I mean, he can have shows anywhere in the country because he is who he is, but he needs Lusaka.
Totally.
It's the same with South Africa. They've got like Joburg is the joint.
Joburg is the joint.
It has more. There's the biggest radio stations are in that
Yeah.
area.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like if you're gonna do a press run that's going to really get people aware of what you're doing, you have to go to Joburg.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to.
And the other reason is this. It's like there's a lot of people passing through Lusaka. Even if they're just doing business here,
Yeah.
they don't live
Yeah.
here, they're still gonna come through here. And it's just because there's more opportunities here and stuff. I mean, you hear of other places becoming bigger, like the Copper Belt now, as you know.
Yeah.
They're doing their thing.
Yeah. So it's
You hear stories of you go to the Copper Belt and they have like artists we've never heard of.
Yeah.
Who are like huge over there.
Yeah.
Like they're big and stuff. But they don't have any shows in Osaka.
Yeah.
So they're not really making money like that. Like how many joints do they have over there where they, where you could actually like perform? Like how many clubs do they have?
Yeah.
It's not even just bashing, but it's just like, it's facts.
Even if they had 50 clubs, hypothetically speaking, even if they had 50 clubs, if we're going to compare and contrast, we have probably 4 times that. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, it's more.
Yeah.
No matter how many you have over that side, and no matter how much money you'd be able to accumulate that side, if you came here and instead of doing 10 clubs, you did 20, you would make more money. And that's where it comes from, basically.
Yeah, think about it. Like even Wapi, our guy, he was doing our cover drawings and like the caricatures and stuff that we used to do. He's here now.
Yeah.
And basically it's a business move. It's like he was like, I get more business from Lusaka than anywhere else.
Yeah.
Because it's like, some people it's like the people here don't get what I do,
Yeah.
but people over there do. So if I'm getting more business there, it makes more sense for me to move there.
Yeah. I mean, he put up that post. Did you see it?
Which one?
There was a post of like I think he was going through the stats for his page.
Yeah.
And then, like where you can see it's like your likes and where they're from and all of that and your interactions.
Yeah.
It's like at the top of the list was actually Lusaka.
Mm-hmm. So there's empirical evidence
It's like
of
it
this.
was like 8,400 or something like that in Lusaka.
Yeah.
And then 1,000 was the Copper Belt.
So people from Lusaka fuck with Wapi more than people from his own place.
What he wrote was actually, Wankopala, we need to have a conversation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm sure they love him that side. But
They
like
do.
here is, we have more numbers.
Yeah.
There's more people on Facebook. There's more people on Twitter. Those are just facts. You know
It's
what I
just
mean?
facts,
And
yeah.
if you're going to run around about numbers,
There's evidence.
There's evidence.
I just don't get like why do we have to make this a Lusaka versus Kampala thing? Like every time, it's like, can we just accept what's on the ground?
Yeah.
Like this is how things work in this country. Like even politics. Like I know the provinces that are like really important. You hear, Northwestern province, not Western province because it's really huge.
Yeah. It's huge.
But usually they'll announce the last province that they'll usually announce is Lusaka.
Yeah.
Because it's like that's like the home run.
Yeah. That's the home run.
Yeah. It's just facts. Like, so can we just get that out of the way? Like, because that really bothered me.
Yeah.
Because I think there's even another point like in her analysis where she actually throws in, it's like, like, you people, because you just said it's like you guys in Lusaka, just because it's not big over there doesn't mean it's not big everywhere.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, we actually mentioned that we had heard, I had said that I had seen that he was doing some stuff with code, like some Blackson, the manager of the Dope Boys, was actually doing a campaign with some codeine, something to do with codeine.
Yeah.
We just made fun of the hashtag.
Yeah.
It's just codeine isn't
not
water. It's like, okay, you could have done a better job than that.
Yeah, totally. It's like, look, in wrapping up this whole conversation, for me, I think what it was is it's kind of like you have blacks in here trying to start a fire, right?
Yeah.
And he's got a fire going. It's like the fire is not that big. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you have the dope boys here who do something weird and dumb.
Yeah.
And then that basically provides big chunks of firewood. And then he gets those chunks of firewood that they provided and puts it on his fire. Now it becomes a bigger fire that has the potential of becoming a bigger fire. That's what we said.
And people are more aware of this campaign.
People are more aware of the campaign. That's why we said it looked a little bit opportunistic.
Yeah. Basically.
Basically.
We continue with this video? Want to hear what else you said?
I guess.
Okay.
It's like wicked.
With Ezra, and his phones wouldn't answer, which is like so horrible. Like if you're a manager, you're promoting somebody, all your phones, all your social media is off. Like literally, they cannot get to you. So
yeah, that was
I'm
unprofessional.
giving them a voice pass because they tried to get his word, but his phones were off. What a horrible manager! And I did.
Oh, you called him a horrible manager. We didn't even say that.
No, we didn't. What a horrible manager.
I mean, come on. He probably didn't have a charger or something. I don't know.
I did try to get a hold of him. I tried to listen to what he had to say. I contacted him on Facebook, on Instagram, on WhatsApp. Like he was, like he's off. He's just.
He just went off the grid. Yeah.
So it's your own fault. If word around the streets is on your opportunist and you don't want to come and clarify, that's your problem. But however, he did respond to my message on Facebook, and he said that, quote unquote, he tried to get in contact with the Raw podcast guys, and they did not respond to him. Basically.
Okay. So what was my message after I sent you the link?
Like, did Ezra try and get in touch with you? And I was like, no, nigga.
He never hit me up.
Yeah.
So that's a lie. That's absolute bogus. Like,
yeah, man.
Come on, man. Come on. Like, what? You trying to cover your ass?
Basically.
Like, let's. Oh my gosh, bro. like, why do we have to turn this into a political thing? You know, like, just say, "Hey, I'm gonna holler at the guys."
Yeah. Don't say you tried to.
Don't say that, because now you painting a bad picture.
Yeah, because it's like, look, again, you know, there've been people who've been looking for us on the podcast, you know, especially if you're an industry person and then you're looking for us. It's like, we're not hard to find.
Yeah, bro,
it's like, my Saturdays are very predictable. Hot FM, Rock FM, beers. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, come on now.
You know what times we're on radio.
You know what times we're on radio. You can just come through. It's like, after the show, I'm going to see Fanatic.
Yeah.
So we're not hard to find, especially if you're an industry person.
No.
You know,
and
come on.
Ezra has our numbers.
Yes.
He does. We see each other's WhatsApp statuses and stuff like that. So, no, Ezra did not hit up any of us.
Try to get in touch with us. I don't.
Yeah. But I think I'm going to call him. I'm going to call him after we're done with this.
Cool,
so
man.
we can actually have a conversation.
Dope.
Yeah.
Dope like the
he told
boys.
them all, okay, I'm willing to come onto your show to talk about this good thing and whatever. But they did not get back to him. So I don't know if they
did you send an email?
Whatever.
No, did not receive shit from you.
Another issue I had was when they called the Dope Boys the one-hit wonder. Okay. I personally like about 3 songs from the Dope Boys. My favorite is Indela Kumasala. That's my favorite Dope Boys song. Boom 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 is making it like whatever. But they were like, oh, it's a one-hit wonder. Then they compared it to Your Maps. They were like, oh, look at Your Maps. Your Maps is like making it big. And I personally only know one Your Maps song. Okay. The one he actually featured Makitu in the final song. That's the only if you put a gun to my head and told me I can't even sing it, but I know that that's a song. That's a Your Map song, the finally song, because it's been playing everywhere on the internet. It's been playing. So, but it's unfair for me to say that Your Maps is a one-hit wonder because I don't know his other works. If I paid attention to Your Maps, maybe I'll get to know more about Your Maps.
How do you know a song is a hit record?
You know a song is a hit record when it's playing everywhere.
Yeah, so you don't have to look for a hit record.
No, you don't have to look for a hit record at all.
It'll find you.
Yeah.
You know?
You will hate it.
Yes.
And then after 2 months, you'll be like, you know what? This is actually not so bad.
and you know what? She brings up Yo Maps. Yes, we talked about him. And the truth is, yes, finally was a huge record. He dropped another song. I think it was with like Kaladocious. And then he's got a song with Slap D. You know, he's blowing up. He's doing great things. Yeah. And when you read about, or when you find out about Yo Maps, talk to people who are from Kawe, they'll tell you, Yo Maps has been big in Kawe for a while.
Yeah, there you go.
They've been listening to his music for a long time, like maybe like 2014.
Yeah.
You know, like that's like the timeline. He had like a big song that was making noise there.
Yeah.
Dreams is also another example of an artist who was big in Kawe for a long time. But until he had a song playing on radio in Lusaka, that's when he blew up.
Yeah.
Those are facts. Like, I don't care about how you feel, because opinion and fact, those are two different things.
Yeah.
And then when you say these are songs I personally like, that doesn't mean they're hit records.
Yeah.
Delala Kumazala is probably a very good song.
Probably
but is
is.
it big?
Yeah.
She said I personally like 3 songs from the guys.
Yeah.
That doesn't make them hit records.
No.
I listened to a 2 Chainz album. I'll listen to, I don't know, maybe like track number 8 or 9, whatever. Like, this is my favorite track on the album.
Yeah.
That doesn't make
At all.
the song a hit record.
It's kind of like the example I was giving. I was talking to someone and I told them, it's like, when you think Chameleonaire, what's the first one that comes to mind?
Riding Dirty.
Yeah. What else?
That's his biggest one, but you know, he had that Good Morning song. It was not as big as that one though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
like
the first one
when you
is
think about it, it's
Riding
like
Dirty.
Riding Dirty.
Yeah.
All right. If he came here and performed track number 5 from one of his albums, it's like,
What was it called? The Sound of Music? No, not The Sound of Music. Music of Revenge? Music? What was that?
something,
Chameleonaire
I don't
album
know. I
called?
don't care, man.
The Sound of Revenge.
The Sound of Revenge.
Yes,
There
that
you
was
go.
what we heard him.
So
So call it The Sound of Music.
So for me,
Mary Poppins?
yeah, for me, what it is basically, it's like you go back to one song in the whole dude's catalog, and I'm sure because it's like that particular song is not a garbage song. Great song.
Yeah.
Loved it. You know, and then for somebody to do something like that, if you got the album, there would be other songs that you're like, yeah, these are dope tracks too, but they're not hit records.
Yeah.
Just because it's nice doesn't make it a hit.
No, no.
All right?
Yeah.
Boom, boom. For me, it's not something I would wake up. It's like, damn, I want to hear this song.
Yeah.
You won't find it in my phone.
That song
Trust
had-
and believe.
That song had to grow on me, man. I was like, what
Yeah.
is this? But then, you know, it's going in, man. I'm
Yeah.
like, this is a dope-ass record. I fucking love this
Like,
song.
look, I want to listen to that song. All right,
Yeah.
I want to listen to that song, but I want to listen to it after 4 beers, and I'm
Yeah.
having a good time.
Yeah,
I'm not.
true.
I'm not at home.
It's not on your
you know,
playlist.
on my playlist, my headphones,
Yeah.
trying to listen to that.
Another example of a song, of this thing, this conversation we're having, Nasty Steve's album, Strings and Bling, has a song called Legendary.
Yeah,
That, to me, is the best song on the album.
there you go.
But it's not bigger than Jungle.
No, it's not.
It's not bigger than King, the one with
Yeah,
A$AP
yeah.
Ferg. Like,
Yeah.
it's a cool-ass record.
Yeah.
And if he performed it, I'd be like, whoa,
Let's go.
let's do this. But that's like a personal favorite. So, like, I feel like, like, if you're going to make a response to something that somebody said, like, I feel like you should word it the way like, we should be, because now I'm taking whatever she's saying as fact for
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So if she meant this song has been big in the Copper Belt, then we'll be having a different conversation.
Yeah.
But you say
Personally.
that's a personal favorite of yours, that's a different conversation.
Yeah.
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 All right, let's listen to a little
So
bit
it
of
was
this.
really unfair for the Raw Conversation podcast guys to call the Dope Boys simple-minded and one-hit wonders, insinuating that they were one-hit wonders. Because they,
No, we weren't insinuating.
No.
We just said they were one-hit wonders.
Yes.
Well, they still have an opportunity to make another hit record.
Yep.
They got a lot of people's
We
attention.
shall wait.
Yeah,
they
we'll wait
never
for it.
paid attention to them. And they said, oh no, we called our friends on the Copper Belt, and they were like, we've never heard of these boys before. Yeah, you called your Lusaka friends who live on the Copper Belt.
Oh my God. So again, making it a Lusaka versus Coppola thing.
There you go.
I'm like, we don't have to do this.
No, we don't.
Like, and she says it was her favorite word in this video is unfair. It wasn't fair.
Yeah.
Like, how is that fair on your end? Because you don't have evidence that, that's the thing.
People, yeah, the people that we spoke to.
We kind of know people a little bit, A little bit, just a little bit. We got friends who are DJs.
Yeah.
DJ in clubs. Got friends who are working at radio stations on Copper Belt. We're connected like that to people that type.
Yeah, one of the biggest shows on the Copper Belt is what? It's So
Six show, the breakfast
Yeah.
show. That's
Yeah.
our boy. I worked with. We
Yeah,
worked with
we
Steve.
worked with Steve at
at Power FM.
Power FM.
That's our
you know what I
boy.
mean? So
I'm not saying we got that information from,
from
him,
him,
by the way.
but like,
just
like,
telling you.
it's just one of those things. It's like if we wanted to have a conversation about, just like, yo, Ndola, who's the biggest act?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or what's the biggest song that's blowing up? That's not blowing up here. It's like you'll be able to tell us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's information that's readily available to us.
There you go.
The ones who are, I don't listen to Zambian music kind of guys.
Oh wow. And then she rolls
Those
her eyes.
Dope Boys are big in Masala.
I know that's the thing. Is like, so like, do we sound like those niggas? Do we sound like those niggas? Because it's like that was a conversation on Twitter a week ago or something. It's like, oh no, niggas who run around saying it's like, oh, I don't listen to Zambian music, trying to look cool or whatever. But like, I don't think those are the type of. I don't hang around people like that.
I don't have friends like that.
Guys, come on now.
No.
Yeah.
And then she said the dope boys are big in masala.
Yeah.
That doesn't help your argument.
That's like saying what? Like who's big? Who's like?
What? How big is masala?
The,
Is it like Kablonga or like Kalingalinga or like Mtende or something like that?
that's the thing.
I don't know how big masala is.
Yeah.
I have no idea. But it sounds like it's like a neighborhood or like a township or something.
Township. So it's like saying it's like, yo, dude is big in
Olympia.
Matero.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't help your argument.
Nah, not at all.
Okay.
And sometimes that's all you need. That crowd that's like, you have your fan base. Like they're big where they are.
That's not all you
I'm
need.
sure if I went to Chipata, there's a big artist that I've never heard of, but he's like doing his tours in Chipata and he's making his money from Chipata, but I've never heard of.
There's a difference between being you're like known in a certain place and known everywhere.
Yeah.
And they have a hit record.
That's known everywhere.
Yes. So that
That's the
that
difference.
elevates them from just being artists from Masala. They're like a countrywide act now, So now, if you're a countrywide act and you only have one hit record, look, if it smells like a fish and moves around like a fish,
Swims like a fish.
then it's probably a fish.
Or a mermaid. It's probably a fish though.
So it was really unfair. That's my opinion.
Another
on it.
unfair
It was
there.
Really,
There you go.
really unfair.
I think we're done with this.
Yeah. Cool.
Then
That's her take.
going on to Facebook.
Okay, yeah, she was done with it.
Yeah.
So, overall, I really like her. She's cool. You
She's
know what I mean?
cool.
Like I'm not gonna sit here and be like, cause like we commented on one of her videos and stuff. Like she's commented on one of ours and stuff. So it's like now we're not gonna change the energy that we have or like the love that we have for you just because you said something.
We did not agree with.
Yeah, like it's cool. We can still be cool. You said some inaccurate things, but it's fine. That's how you feel.
Yeah.
But I feel like the video was just more of, and I told you it sounded like more of like an emotional reaction to the situation.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
There you go.
This is how I feel.
There you go.
This is my favorite song. This is this. But no, like what are the facts? Like, can we get into facts? If we get into facts, then almost half of your video is almost
Personal.
It's very personal. It's like, I don't know, you're like trying to, protect your side of things, which is, I don't know, upholding the stance of being on the Kopala side of things.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's what it is, but,
It sounds like that, but like, look, it's like when I saw the video, before I started getting into the shits of dissecting it and all of those different things, I was just listening to her and I was like, she's actually replying to us.
Yeah.
And our thoughts and all of those different things.
Yeah.
And then I heard what she had to say because she would have gone absolutely left and just been like, oh no, niggas, fuck them niggas, whatever. You know,
Yeah.
they don't know shit about what's happening on the Copa Bell. Come over here, we'll show you what's what.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, she was sincerely, I believe she was being objective, or felt like she was being objective with a lot of the things that she said, and for me, it just creates an environment where we can have these, exchanges and conversations, and we can, probably have her in here one day and just
I would love to
have a conversation. You know
I
what I
would
mean?
love to meet her.
Because we don't have to agree. That's what the podcast is about.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
Yeah.
It makes it boring.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We it's great that she's got her own perspective of things, but I
Awesome.
just wish it was more, on the factual side of things and just how you feel about a situation. And it's sad that you got inaccurate information from Blackson about him hitting us up and stuff. That did not happen. But yeah, we will have a conversation with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, shout out to her. You can find her YouTube page. Like I said, it's called what's it called? Sorry.
You guys
It's called apparently Adori 4. I don't know if she podcasts it, like puts it on on SoundCloud or something, like gets the audio and does that. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But she does a whole lot of stuff. Like she reacts to videos.
Yeah.
You know, like
Saw
music
those,
videos
saw
and
those,
stuff.
saw those, yeah.
And she's doing her thing, basically dissecting stuff. And if you want a woman's perspective or just a fresh, another perspective of things, like she's always putting up videos, I believe, every week. So yeah, check her out. What else do we want to talk about this week? What else popped off?
Chibamba Kanyama made a lot of noise. This particular week, past couple of days, and all of that.
Yeah,
with his comments about radio and morning radio and all of those different things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, it was interesting to read that.
Yeah.
For me, I was like, okay.
So what was the overall thing about? Who is he, first of all? I'm not saying that sarcastically. I mean, just for some people who probably don't know who he is.
Damn. Chibamba Kanyama, veteran broadcaster.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, worked at ZNBC for a very long time.
He was the director general at some point.
That was actually way before. And then after that, I think he started, it's like, I don't know, I think he went back to school, and studied, upgraded, whatever, started working for an international organization, came back at some point, started running ZNBC as director general, stayed there for a bit, and then after that...
He's gone international or something?
Yeah.
Working for an international organization?
Back working in the corporate world and all of that
So
stuff.
you can safely say he has a right to have a comment on this.
Yeah, for sure.
And when I say right, I mean he is qualified enough.
Qualified to speak.
He's a respected man, so people will pay attention to what he says, and obviously the evidence is there. He's had everyone talking for a few days now. So it was his comments about breakfast shows.
Yes. That's what basically got the conversation started. I'm just trying to see if I can find the actual statement of what he had to say and all of that jazz.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The reaction from people was interesting.
Yeah.
And then one radio station somewhere banned him from coming through.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wonder which radio station that is.
Wonder Sykes. Psych.
Wow.
It's wild. But like, look, damn, I can't find the damn thing.
What was it? Which page was it on?
Somebody actually sent it to my
Your WhatsApp?
My WhatsApp. You know what I mean? So that's what I thought I could find, but I can't seem to find it.
In a nutshell, not safe.
In a nutshell, look, he was just basically saying, it's like,
that's what they used to store.
People are talking too much on radio. Number one in the morning, it's like they're talking too much. They act like they know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Spend half their time arguing with themselves and with callers.
Yeah.
They make it look like they are more experts than experts. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So yeah,
I do a morning show.
Yeah, you do a morning show.
And
are you that type of person too, Chromes? Are you arguing with callers?
First of all, I think I'm smart enough to know that you can't do that.
No, it's not allowed.
Yeah, like there's etiquette. Yeah. There's the way things are supposed to be done as a broadcaster. So I wonder. I feel like he was talking about a particular breakfast show, but he generalized it.
Yeah.
So that he wasn't.
He tried to generalize it, but like didn't do a very good job at it.
Yeah. And so, is he right though? Is he right?
I think he has major points. Because again, it's like, look, he's not a layman. He's not just any Tom, Dick, and Harry. Yeah. That's why the response has been this big, because he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you can argue all you want, and the problem is with people generally is every time you're called out on something, you want to go in defense mode. When someone calls out your weaknesses, you're like, oh, but you also, you fat. Yeah, so what? Now what? It's like you instead of thinking about, it's like, oh, that's what you think.
Yeah.
Because it's like, again, this is not just some weird person who's famous for no reasons. All right, he's got degrees to back up some of the things he's saying. He's got experience to back up some of the things he's saying. It's like you can't obviously take all the things that he said, and but like some of the things that he was saying, it's like, look, it's general basic radio.
Yeah.
Oh, you're supposed to always back announce your songs.
obviously.
General basic radio.
Yeah.
You understand? Just like, it's those type of conversations. And I'm like, because I listened to a bit of the interview when it was on. Actually, somebody sent me the clips.
On QFM?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
on
listened to a
QFM.
little bit of that.
Yeah. And I was like, I can't disagree with some of the things they're saying, because it's like, it's general basic radio that's supposed to be done, Yeah. But again, the way he tried, or why it became such a big thing, is because it looks like with the specifics he was talking about, it's like, talking too much, whatever, arguing. It's like it points down to a certain radio station, and that's just what it is. So I guess that's where the uproar came from.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
I think it was a conversation that needed to be had, I guess. Because I think, like with anything, when something is done, when you're doing something every single day, you sometimes will, become a little complacent. And then that's
totally.
something we've seen this happen before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I guess all of that, it's complacency, and also maybe a factor of you're on this breakfast show that's really huge or whatever. And so, I don't know, you kind of feel, I don't know, superior or something. I don't know. Like, it's kind of weird. It's a weird sort of thing.
It becomes your house, basically.
Yeah.
Your house rules.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you start feeling like that. Like, it's like, what are you going to tell me? This is my show.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
a lot of people agree with my opinion.
Yes.
So
if you start hearing, people disagree, and it's like that. You see it a lot, even on television.
Yeah.
If Wendy doesn't like something, the audience so it's like, we also don't like that.
Yeah.
It's like they just can't be like, no, I like that. I mess with that still, but Wendy doesn't like it, and it's cool. It's like she can like what she likes, but like, it's cool to like what Wendy likes because it's her show. It's the Wendy Williams show, things like that. All right, but like what he had to say is just like a little bit. Renowned broadcaster, media trainer, now influential mentor and businessman Chiwamba Kanyama has complained that listening to breakfast radio shows nowadays has become boring because presenters talk too much in trying to show off how intelligent they are, and think all listeners are teenagers judging by how they behave on air.
Yeah.
Boom. Okay. In an exclusive interview, Kanyama said mature adults do not find listening to breakfast shows interesting anymore and opt to switch to BBC radio when driving to work, because all that Zambian radio presenters do is laugh carelessly, argue all over the place, yet without substance, forgetting that there are more intelligent and exposed people than them listening.
Wow.
Yeah.
He was spilling the tea.
He was going in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But like, he should be able to just call out whoever he's talking about.
He's big enough to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like it affects his
his
salary. At the end of
it's
the
not
month.
gonna affect his money
You know
or
what I mean?
anything.
Yeah.
Like if you're not, because like the people that are like not even, because I don't think every breakfast show is like that, and that's not me.
No. Yeah.
That's not me trying to defend mine. That's not me.
It, Crumbs.
No, because like for me, we don't. If we're gonna like have difference of opinion on air, it's going to be, you give your point, I give my point. We're not gonna argue. Like nobody wants to hear people arguing on the radio.
Yeah.
That's actually really unprofessional.
It is.
And especially when facts are thrown out of the window, and now it's like an emotional thing that's going on between the two of you.
Yes.
And then sometimes you'll be listening to radio, these people argue, and then the energy changes on the show.
On the show.
You can tell,
You can tell.
that's really unprofessional. You know what I mean?
One person who, how do I put it? One person who sort of opened up my eyes to that whole co-hosting thing, all right, is TiVo.
Yeah.
All right. TiVo said, it's like, have you seen how American announcers do their shows? It's kind of like, it's like, oh, what do you think about this, Chromes? All right.
Yeah.
And then you give your opinion, and then it's like, I have to disagree with you. You know, but it's not like he's really disagreeing with you and his voice is amplified. It's not loud and argumentative.
Yeah.
All right. It's amplified, but it's more for show.
For the person,
that's listening.
Yeah.
It's not
it's
between
always about
us.
the listener.
It's about the listener. So it's
Yeah.
like, look, if I'm gonna, whatever it is I'm gonna say, it's like, oh, look, if we're talking about basketball, it's like I have to disagree with you, and then I'll bring up facts.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, Michael Jordan compared to LeBron James, how could you even say that? Michael Jordan
Yeah.
on average used to score
There you
whatever.
go.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's
Yeah.
like it's facts being thrown out.
There you go. Yeah.
You know, and then you're gonna come back with your facts. So it's not just us saying it's like, I don't think you're right. It's like, yeah, you're full of bullshit. I don't like you. I don't like the way you talk to me like that. You know what I mean? Then it becomes some weird personal thing.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, you can tell when the energy shifts on the show.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
in a situation like that, it's not gonna change the dynamic of the show, the energy of the show.
Yeah.
Because it's like you're arguing facts.
There you go. And then
Yeah.
at the end of the discussion, it's like, okay, we've had our time arguing about this. What do you think?
Yeah.
You who's listening right now.
That's it.
Call in, text, or
Yeah.
whatever. Like
because that's what you're
Facebook,
supposed
Twitter.
to do. It's like
Yeah,
you're
engaging.
you're the catalyst for a conversation.
Yeah.
You know, then people can go on social media and insult each other.
You just like start the fire.
Yeah,
That's basically
start
what
the
you're trying to
fire and, you know, let niggas throw gasoline on that shit.
Yeah.
And for me, when I heard that, I always kept that in mind when I was co-hosting with somebody.
Yeah.
You know, that's why when people would ask me personal questions, I was like, what about you? What's your personal opinion about this? Like, I won't even give my personal opinion.
Yeah.
I'll give an opinion that I know it's like, okay, this could spark a conversation here and there.
Yeah.
You know, but like, it's not really my personal opinion.
Yeah. Yeah.
know.
There you go. But you do give your personal
I
opinions
do give
on
my
this
personal opinion.
podcast.
Of course. I give my personal opinion on this podcast.
You do say things that you actually
Yes,
believe, right?
That's why radio and and podcasts are different.
Yeah, they're two
all
different formats,
two different formats, because some of the things that a lot of the things that I say here, I can't say.
No,
on the
yeah,
radio.
you have to censor it a little bit.
You have to censor it a lot, actually.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, actually, a lot.
Yeah, a lot, a lot.
True, because there's just the political climate in this country is wow, it's
hectic.
crazy.
It's hectic.
It's
and
crazy.
and you know how radio is with political ties, and you know, it's like, if you say this, then does that mean you're with that camp?
Exactly.
If you say this, then does that mean you're pro government or anti government? It's like, no, it's like I can disagree with the government today and agree with them tomorrow because they did something sensible.
Yeah,
I'm a human being and should be able to
yeah.
dissect shit
It's
like
crazy because like that's an interesting point, because I remember some time back there was this conversation about HH. I think he had they were giving out they were donating because I think there was a time when the cholera thing was going crazy, right?
Yeah.
And then they gave out, like, I think it was like buckets or whatever, like just stuff to help the people, like for them to sustain themselves and stuff. I think they were taking them to like hospitals and stuff like that, right? So the conversation was, why are these guys putting their logos on the materials that they're giving to the people and stuff? So I said something about that, and let's just say it wasn't like in support of whatever they were doing, right? Like the act was good, but there were certain aspects of it that just seemed a little weird. And then somebody like sent a text that's like, yo, wow, Chromes is just so pro PF. My gosh, like, why do you do this? They were like, you do this all the time. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? We don't even talk about politics every goddamn day.
Yeah.
You know, like, why is it like we're in this position in this country where when you say something good about the PF, then you're like against the UPND.
Yeah.
Or when you say something bad about the PF, then, you know, the UPND is who. It's like, it's a weird dynamic.
Yeah.
Say something bad about the UPND, you're for PF. Say something bad about PF, then you're for the UPND. Like, it shouldn't be that way. It's like,
at all.
That's just how I feel about this particular situation,
Yeah.
and it has nothing to do with my affiliations or
At
whatever,
all.
if
At all.
I have any.
So, look, it's not about Democrats and Republicans over here. All right.
Yeah.
You know, those people have the luxury of having that. But even in that situation where it's like, are you Democrat or are you Republican? You know, they have principles that guide them to their decisions, to, you know, basically saying it's like the party's principles decide for you whether you're going to be red or blue. It's simple and straightforward. Are you against abortion? Yes. Oh, okay. Are you against homosexuality? Yes. Are you against, then you're just like, oh, then you're this side. If, are you pro-gay rights? Yes. Okay, then you're on the Democratic side.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then if you can't find yourself in that particular situation, be like, I'm an independent. I swing left to right. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. Depends who comes on and who I like.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Look.
That sounded a little sexual, but you would just throw it out of the way.
I mean, if Sam Smith can be non-binary or whatever the heck that means. Non-binary.
It's like I feel I'm not a man, I'm not a woman. I'm just in between. I just get to choose.
I am a unicorn.
I'm a special being.
Yes. Now you're gonna check out how many non-binary niggas are gonna pop up at the woodwork.
Yeah.
Sam Smith said, "What? Non-binary." It's like, all right.
So before we get to Sam Smith, let's close up this Jerome Bakanyama situation.
Yeah.
So for me, my perspective is I feel like it seems like constructive criticism, right? Or is it? Like, did he give solutions that need to be, like, maybe you should do it like this, or is it just, or you're just bashing? Because when you say all breakfast shows suck, it's like
That's
you
not
put
true.
everyone in
one bucket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, it's not because I do a breakfast show. I only just started doing it now. I'm still structuring it the way I want it to sound and stuff. You know what I mean? So when it gets to where I want it to be, maybe we'll have
Jerome Bakanyama come and review it.
How about that? Yeah. Be like, sir, listen to my stuff.
Yeah.
Am I arguing with people too? But I feel like you should have just mentioned who it is, and even if it cuts your ties or whatever, at least you've cast something out there, because sometimes shit like this needs to be said because people can be caught up in their own bubble.
Yeah,
like just
absolutely.
because we get hundreds of calls every morning, it means whatever we're doing is working.
Yeah.
But nah, it may just be maybe there's just that's what people are accustomed to in the morning. Like they've just because that's how programming is, right? Like if something is being thrown at you every single day, you end up just accepting it. Like this is what it is.
Yeah.
And that's like the formula behind like hit records. It's like you keep on hearing it. Oh fuck, this song isn't so bad. It's not as bad as I thought it was. Now so you want to be like the type of presenter, or like even in any craft that you're in, you want to be able to be in a position where it's like people aren't just coming to you because it's like we're just forced to do this. It should be like I'm actually putting out good content, and it's actually driving driving traffic my way.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
That's what it is, basically.
Your most successful show was the Hip Hop Express, and it was a unique show.
Yeah.
It was the kind of conversations that were being had.
Yeah.
It was debates about hip hop, and then people didn't know that there was a huge market for local hip hop, and you saw that shit.
Yeah.
And then that shit blew up.
There you go.
Then you went on to do other things that were big, but I think your legacy is that right there.
Is that right
That's
there.
one of the biggest things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Because even before we met, like, I told you stories about how you were an asshole when I met you the first time.
Yeah.
Trying to give you my CD.
You give me your CD.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
And then you were being an asshole.
How was I being an
Have we
asshole?
talked about this on the podcast before?
No, I don't think so.
I had the CD because I was trying to rap and shit.
Chromes was a rapper.
He was a rapper.
What was your rapper name, Chromes?
It was Chromes.
Chromes is not your radio name. Chromes is your rapper name.
No, like Chromes has just been, maybe it is my rapper name.
It's your rapper name.
Because like I used to sneak out of class to go to the studio to record.
There you go.
Those were horrible records that we made.
Yeah.
Bad. I'm so glad I don't do that shit
No,
anymore.
but that one that I actually played later on when you told me
that's the song I gave you, nigga.
Yeah, but that wasn't so bad though. I was
pretty
alright though.
If you listened to it, you would have played it on the Hip Hop Express. But you didn't listen to that shit.
Nah, probably.
And you're an asshole.
Yo, I used to get like 3 or 4 every day. Fam.
I know.
was just
It was
like,
probably
yo.
caught up somewhere, like just thrown into the rubble or some shit.
Something, man.
Yeah. So like you were about to go upstairs. Actually, I'd gone upstairs. I was looking for you. I think it was might have been a Sunday actually, just before you were going on to do your show.
Yeah.
So I went up and was like, oh, is he here? They're like, no, he's not. And then somebody gave me your number. I didn't know they just gave numbers of people's
Yeah,
away.
the lady.
The lady. The
she
old
used to
lady.
do that all the time.
She's like, oh, you want his number? Here it is.
I
was like,
swear,
cool.
I used to get calls at 2
Shit.
in the morning. And then you could tell this nigga is high. And then he's trying to explain his brother's CD. It's like, who gave you my number? No,
Yeah.
the lady at the reception there.
Yeah, that lady, she gave me the number. It was like in a black book or something. She's like, yeah, this is his number. Write it down. I actually got my phone, put it there. And then I think I tried to call you, but you didn't pick up. Then I went downstairs and then we bumped into each other there. I'm like, oh, I was actually looking for you. This is my CD. Somebody told me I need to, you're the guy to give the CD to if you're going to play it.
Yeah.
And then you were like, who told you that? Like, this motherfucker.
Like I said it like that.
Yes,
I said it exactly
yes.
like that.
You were like,
here,
who told you? I swear. You were like, who told you that? And you gave me this weird ass look. You know, I felt like an upcoming artist, like been just in the struggle for real.
Cause you were, nigga.
Yeah, but like in the real, and at that time I started radio. I was at Power FM at the time, but it was still under like test transmission, so I was still trying to put out shit. So yeah, like you gave me a shitty attitude.
I did not give you a shitty attitude.
It was the worst attitude ever. I was
gave
like,
you-
this
like,
nigga's
look,
an asshole.
The problem is I got this face. So
Yeah,
even when
it
I
was-
say I got this face, that doesn't say friendly, coming or going. I'm like I look like my people.
Let me call it
No
for what
emotion.
it is. It's a resting bitch nigga face.
I have one of those. So you don't know whether I'm happy to see you or not. You don't know. I'm trying. Trying to smile a little bit more, Nick.
It's good that you know, so you can work on it.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to work on it. Been trying to work on it for a minute, man. But it is what it is.
Yeah, so that was the situation with that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. But anyway, I think the message to just the peers, I know there's the notion going around, it's like, look, if you don't like what you're listening to, then switch the station, right? But then I think it just gives all of us an opportunity to look at ourselves and be like, are we doing what we're supposed to do?
Exactly.
Are we implementing the fundamentals, the first things that we learned getting into the game? Like, are we forgetting that are we getting too excited with listening to ourselves, our own voices?
Yeah.
And then now people are just like, oh.
Yeah. Again.
Dude, you've been making the same point for the last 5 minutes. Like, just say something else.
Yeah.
Or some shit. Like, are we checking ourselves like that? Are we listening to our peers?
Okay. I think it re-emphasizes my point of you've been doing a show. Hypothetically, you've been doing a show for 5 years.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then you've been doing it. Every morning you're doing it.
Exactly.
You feel like it's your house. It's your show. Nobody's going to tell me what to do on my show.
Exactly.
You understand?
Yeah.
So you're not the catalyst anymore. It's your thing and it's your opinion and your opinion is king.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't be like that.
Yeah. Should be a challenge every day.
One
man.
of the things that just in closing about that, just like one of the things that Chibamba Kanyama touched on that I was like, okay, point there. He said something about, look, have you done your research? Have you found out what people would like to listen to on the radio? Blah, 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 blah. If you remember, Kenny T, I remember the time he went for the Mandela Washington Fellowship, came back and he said, it's like, you know what? The one thing that as a radio station we haven't done is asked people what they want to hear.
Yeah.
You know? So he gave everybody, it's like, look, on your show, find out. And then he told Kusuli to do the same thing. And he went pa station, went to ask, the Kaponyas. And they told him, it's like, you know what? It's like, we would like a show where you guys talk about the Zambian League. Because you guys are busy talking about the Premier League, but nobody talks about the Zambian League.
And then he started
that was
doing
a brilliant idea, and he started doing that.
And he brought in an expert who really knew what the fuck he was talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a simple conversation like that.
Yeah.
Where like, what do you want to listen to?
Yeah.
You ask the people what they want to listen to, and then they
That was
tell
brilliant.
you. And it's a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
We didn't think about it because it's like half the time we think we know what's good for them.
True.
It's
Because
crazy.
we're professionals.
Because we're professionals and whatever. It's like, yeah.
So let's take this time out. Look, you're listening to the podcast. What do you want to listen to? Huh?
What do you
want to listen? What you want to hear? What you want to hear? Huh? Come on now.
What do you want to hear on this podcast?
Yeah. So that's that with Chiwamba Kanyama.
Yeah, man.
I think it was healthy.
It was a healthy debate.
Yeah.
It was a healthy
It was a
debate.
healthy
and
debate.
It's something that people can move along to and have even deeper conversations.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
There you go.
Yeah.
Sean Miller.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Sean Miller.
Mr. Sean Miller.
He doesn't look like a Sean Miller, though.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't look.
Somebody
He looks
called-
like a Yemba, of course, but a Sean Miller.
No, somebody called him by his. What's his name?
So Sean Miller is not his real name?
I'm not sure. Who called him that? Was it Couture? It's like, oh, I've known him as something.
Really?
Yeah.
As what?
I forget. I forget. Anyway.
So Sean Miller, let's call him that. I hope that's his name, because that's what I know is.
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
his
like
thingy,
his
right?
social media and whatever. Yeah.
So he was a major talking point on social media this past week because he put up he had a birthday bash that he was throwing, and on this birthday bash, you had to pay like $500 to get in
for a ticket, for one ticket.
For a ticket to go to this, and people started shitting on him for that.
Yeah,
because it's like basically, in a nutshell, it's like, who the fuck do you think you are that we're gonna pay $500 to come and see you, or just chill at your birthday party?
Yeah.
And then we saw that there was a statement that was put out right after that, courtesy of our good friend Jolly.
Sup, Jolly?
And this was the statement that was put out right after they had, they put out this poster that was saying, "Yo, $500, come and chill with me, whatever, at my birthday party at the Dolphin restaurant and shit." And then this was with the statement here. With regard to the uproar on the ticket prices, we earlier posted a short breakdown on our events page regarding the activities that would take place at the corporate dinner bash. But keep in mind, it did not say corporate dinner bash on the first poster that they put out.
No.
So yeah, corporate dinner bash and the tickets that come with it. It did state that this was a 3-in-1 event extravaganza, which comprises of a corporate dinner, a birthday bash, and a talent showcase. The aim of this event is to incorporate business, entertainment, and talent to create and come up with ideas on how companies can best engage with the Zambian entertainment industry. This is not only about fun, but it is also about bringing together a network of people from different sectors to create a long-lasting business partnership.
I was snoozing halfway through that.
I know. We have performing artists on board, corporate partners on board, dance performances and acts, stand-up comedy, karaoke, DJs, etc. And remember, tickets cater for dinner, which is buffet only. We do hope we have clarified any mishaps, and apologies for any miscommunication caused. Looking forward to seeing you there. That was the statement that they put out. And then they put out another, because we had a conversation. I'm like, look, is this a birthday bash or is this a corporate bash? Like, what is going on here? And why are we calling it a bash? But anyway, then another poster came out, and this time, where is this? Let me find this. It changed. It was the corporate dinner bash.
Yeah.
It was something else. Then it turned into this now. So basically, somebody didn't keep the same.
It was a birthday corporate dinner bash.
What is a corporate dinner bash?
I don't know. What is a bash?
It's like, stop bashing the bash. It's like, look, basically, this is just. It's like, if you look, it's poor advertising. If this wasn't the point that you were trying to make, if you were saying that this is a corporate event and it's going to have all these corporate sponsors, it's going to have all these different activities, the poster should say that. But it just said, my birthday. It had the venue to your event. It showed the time it was starting and what time it was going to end. It showed the dress code and how much it was going to be and the date and the number you had to call to RSVP. That's it. So if that corporate stuff, all those karaoke things are not on your poster, then what are people paying for? Basically, the poster is supposed to show what you're paying for.
Exactly.
What you're in for and shit.
Exactly.
Yeah. So if it's not on the poster,
what the fuck?
Then what the hell is it?
Bruh. See, this is the problem. This is the problem that Sean Miller had. Right. The problem that he has
Yeah.
right now is the same problem that politicians have.
What is
Where you
that?
get into a certain bracket and you're interacting with the same individuals.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You're interacting with your Zuba cast. You're interacting with the Dope G's. You're making videos with Bobby East.
Yeah.
You understand?
You're getting
what I'm
all
saying?
these DMs.
You're getting all of these DMs. It's like you are in that world there now.
You're in a bubble.
You're in a bubble now.
Yeah.
All right. You're in that celebrity bubble. You are losing touch with
reality.
with reality. You tell me I have never paid 500 kwacha to go and watch Slap D and all the songs that he has.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many songs that dude has.
He's got a shitload.
He's got a shitload of hits.
Yeah.
I have never paid 500 kwacha.
Yeah.
I have never paid 300 kwacha. I have never paid 250 kwacha. I have never paid 200 kwacha. Not paid $100 probably.
Or 150. Who
Or
knows?
150.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To go to an event, maybe a Jameson Connect or whatever, to
Yeah.
go see him perform. You understand what I'm saying? 500 kwacha.
Yeah.
I've never done that.
It's a
People
birthday.
pay
It's a birthday bash.
500 kwacha to go watch Kofi Olomide
Yeah.
at the Intercontinental Hotel.
Because of the demographic that
because
he
of
caters
the
to.
demographic that he caters to.
Those people have the
and
money
they
to
have
pay
the
for
money
that
to
shit.
do that.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? It's like not every Tom, Dick, and Harry wants to go and buy a Mossy for 25, 35 kwacha.
Oh, hell no.
You know what I mean?
I don't
It's
want to
like,
pay $25 for Mossy.
No.
You kidding me?
No.
That's a local beer. Like, why
That's
should I
a
be
local
paying
beer.
tourist
Yeah.
prices?
I'll pay it seven. I'll pay 7 kwacha 50 for it. In
Yeah.
the hood.
It's
No
straight
problem.
up. Yeah.
Same beer, same great taste. The smoke that thunders. It's the most
Yes.
Fortuna. It's a beautiful beer.
It's
bro.
the best beer in the world.
You understand what I'm saying? So, like, why am I coming to see? It's like, keep in mind, I'm paying 500 kwacha,
Yeah.
and then I'm paying 35 kwacha per beer,
Yeah.
to watch a Kofi Olomide, and I'm paying that till I get drunk.
Yeah.
All right, and probably book a whole room, because I got a little something,
got a little
on,
something,
on that
man.
particular night. But like, so in a night, I'll probably even spend maybe 3,000-4,000
Yeah. When you got
easily.
that money.
When you got that type of money,
you can do that,
it's
right?
easily. You can do that easily. But like,
Yeah.
why am I coming to see Sean Miller and paying 500 kwacha to line up for a freaking buffet?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That I don't even know is going to be hotel standard. You understand what
There
I'm
you
saying?
go. Yeah.
You know, to watch what niggas do karaoke and Bad sing the whole
Exactly.
freaking night. Come on, man. It's like, look. See, as fanatic, I tried to give you light skinned niggas a chance.
Oh, you gonna make this a light skinned nigga shit?
I try to give you light skinned niggas a chance. All right. Yo, Bobby, come get your boy, man.
Come get your boy.
Come get your boy, man. Yo, fam, nah, we're not gonna do that.
Oh my
We're not gonna do that.
gosh. No. Very misguided. Very misguided. I think that point makes sense. It's like, I feel like, there's, when people make such an ambitious decision,
Yeah.
it's coming from somewhere.
Yeah.
You're looking at shit, it's like, wow, I've got all these people's attention, and wow, let me make some money off of this.
Yeah.
Good idea. You should be making money off of your notoriety. Like, people love him.
Yeah. People
On
love
the show, he's like, the girls like him.
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
light skinned and whatever.
obviously.
So yeah, my birthday, I'm pretty sure a lot of these chicks want to come through and chill with me.
chill with me.
But $500, and look, $500, right? They tried to justify this $500 by saying we're gonna have all these different activities, so you're getting, your money's worth, basically. So in that $500, you're gonna see artists perform. You could do karaoke. You're gonna eat. You're gonna meet corporate, people and stuff like that. But like, you don't even see any of the corporate sponsors on the
That's
poster.
the thing. It's like, which it's like, what is a corporate bash? Why are you throwing a corporate bash?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Why is he throwing a corporate bash?
Why him? Why is he throwing
Yeah.
a corporate bash? That's what I want to know. All right. Does he work for Stanbic?
No.
I would like to know why a corporate bash. You could have just thrown a birthday party.
Yeah.
Forget it. Not even Antler Dolphin. Okay, you could have just been like, "Yo, seeing that you're so famous, you obviously know somebody with a big backyard."
Yeah.
You could have just invited, 75, or if you're like Chrome, 60 of your closest friends
Fuck outta
that
here.
you talk to face to face. That you want to talk to face to face. You know what I mean? Make it a nice exclusive thing. And it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah.
bro. Like, this is just, it looked like confusion.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
and you will not justify me paying $500 to come to your dinner, birthday party, corporate bash, unless I'm gonna see Sheffy, I'm gonna see Makitu, I'm gonna see Slab D in the same freaking night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Probably singing a cappella at the
Yeah.
same goddamn
Afunika.
time. Afunika.
Don't forget that.
Yeah.
Dope boys. Because they're big in Osaka.
Boom.
Yeah.
Boom.
You're wrong for that.
You know.
But yeah,
so-
like this is, and
Come
look,
on, man.
and this is where you see that the thought of the event wasn't, like the plan wasn't well thought out.
Yeah.
Because when you get backlash over some shit, you don't change the details.
Yeah.
You know what you're doing.
You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just, like when the PR girls say, yo, Lusaka July is $700.
Yeah.
Whether you complain or not, we
It's
don't
$700.
give a fuck.
Yeah.
The people with those $500, that $700
Are gonna
will
show
pay and they'll show up. And people do show up for their shit.
There you go.
Because they know who they cater to. But who are you catering to, sir? What's your plan? It just sounds like, yo, it just sounds like a number that was just thrown out. Like, you know, $500, nigga.
Yeah.
I am who I am. You know what I mean?
And then it's like in the same thing, I see Bobby East post up something where he said it's like, look, the lineup alone is gonna be crazy, and it's Bobby East, it's Sheffy, it's Slap D, it's Maki 2, all on one stage. I forget if there's somebody else.
Yeah.
You don't understand what I'm saying? It's like, wait a minute. So you mean to tell me it's like I'm gonna listen to all of these niggas right here in one night?
Yeah.
And niggas are paying like $20 because it's some unzasu, whatever thing.
20 kwacha.
20 kwacha. 20 kwacha to watch these legends on stage.
Yeah. Burner Boy is coming.
Yeah.
The super advanced VIP ticket is 450 kwacha.
450 kwacha for Burner Boy.
Yeah.
Where you might actually meet Burner Boy and ask him, it's like, yo.
Yeah. Are you really smashing Stefflon Don?
Yeah. Stefflon Don, she got a fat ass.
She got a fatty? Does
She got
that shit
fat
bounce, nigga? Come on, tell me, nigga. Come on, tell me, nigga.
She scream at you in patois.
I'm a shack you, yeah. I'm a shack you. And then the other ticket is like 250.
Yeah.
And then there's a bunch of artists, and then you can see Burner Boy. And make no mistake, Burner Boy is huge. It's huge.
Yeah.
Big, like in the UK, big all over Africa.
Like he was just on an interview with old man Ebro.
There you go.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ebro was like, yo, you just like, is Stefflon Don your girl?
Yeah.
Is she your girl? And then he laughs. And I'm like, that's the nigga we're gonna see? That nigga who's on Ebro, we're gonna see him on the stage in Lusaka and only pay 250 kwacha.
250,
Half of what
450, yeah.
you know we would have been paying to
That's
see
Sean Miller's
Sean
event.
Miller.
Yeah. I think you just have to be realistic with yourself.
Come on.
Yeah. Just
on,
be realistic. It's
Yeah.
like, yes.
I'm sure Mans is a good dude, but he
course.
was misguided.
Of
So
course.
somebody threw that number, and that's the
Yeah.
person he needs to smack upside the head.
True.
Yeah.
Or smack himself if he's the one that came up with that idea.
Yeah.
It's like, look, it's great to, the idea is when you're blowing up, you should be able to,
Make
people should
money.
be, they make money, people should see you.
Yeah.
And yeah, like basically you should be accessible a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you should be in exclusive places or whatever like that, and then you have your own event. And when your event is successful, it sort of solidifies your celebrity.
Your celebrity, yeah.
Because it's like, oh, people actually came out and they did this. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But if you're making an event that is confusing,
It's a corporate
what am I
badge.
coming to do?
a
There, it's like
corporate
who makes up the majority of like people that watch Zua? Who are more people that are watching Zuba?
In all honesty, it's mostly young people.
Yeah,
It's the Twitter crowd.
yeah,
It's the Twitter crowd, you know. Older people, I think there's some who can watch it and all of that, you know, but
the mothers and fathers are watching, but they're not coming to a Sean Miller event.
exactly. Not at all. To do what?
Yeah, they're not doing that.
Nah.
Sorry,
Not at all.
I think it's just the truth. We just have to be honest with each other.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Come
I feel like there should be realism in whatever you're doing. If we were gonna have a live podcast,
Yeah.
we're not gonna charge $500.
No.
For you to come in
No.
and watch the show. We're not charging that much.
Niggas was like,
Fuck
yo,
outta
that's
here.
my alcohol money. For this, you trying to touch my alcohol money?
Yeah, I remember we had there was a Grey Goose New Year's Eve party that
There you go.
We like collaborated with like Yip Yap, so Chi and them. I know Alfie was involved, but he was at Yip Yap, and then like Push That Life was involved. You know, that's like the company JJ and I and whatever, right? And the ticket prices were $350.
Yeah.
And when you walk in, when you pay that $350, you get a bottle of Grey Goose.
There you go.
So the money for the Grey Goose that we got for it at the warehouse or whatever,
Yeah.
it's covered in that cost.
It's covered in
and then
the
your
cost.
ticket price is also in there.
In there.
Because it's an exclusive joint, and you have to come dressed in white and whatever and shit. And you come out there and have an exclusive chill. And people came out.
Come on, man.
A shitload of people came through, and
Yeah.
it was crazy. It was fun.
Because it makes sense. Because it's like, look, even the nigga who can stretch his budget, he wants it to be worth it. It's like,
Yeah.
he wants it to be worth it. It's like, oh, so when I pay at the door, I get a bottle of Grey
Yeah.
Goose.
The three of us go, and we got 3 bottles of Grey Goose. We're already sorted for the night. We don't even have to buy anything
We don't have
else.
to buy anything else.
Maybe just food. That's
Maybe
it.
just food, and you're
Yeah.
done.
They're gonna have the fireworks popping at midnight. We're good.
Come on, guys.
So it's
Come on,
like
guys.
now you've sold an experience. But what experience are you selling here? I don't see it.
Corporate bash.
Yeah. Anyway, if you feel like going to the corporate bash, go ahead and go.
Yeah, have fun. Let us know how it goes. Man.
Yeah, cool.
Let us know how it goes. I mean, like now the tickets are at 300 kwacha.
They dropped the ticket prices.
Yes, the
Wow.
tickets are now at 300 kwacha per person, and then if it's a couple, you're gonna pay 500 kwacha. Wow. Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
See, that's the thing when you structure your stuff and then you start bending over to the uproar. It would even be better for you to just stick to your guns and saying yes.
Yes.
We are this big.
Yeah.
Sean Miller is a big brand, and people are gonna pay $500 to go and see him. Fuck you if you can't afford that shit. If you have 10 people come through, it's cool.
It's cool. It's cool.
You made your money back a little bit.
A little bit.
You know what I mean? Just stick to your guns, I feel like. Anyway, what else do we cover before we close? I had a bit of notes here. There's one more thing. Brenda Muntemba passed away.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She was sick.
Huh?
She was sick, right?
Car accident.
Oh, it was a car accident.
It was a
oh,
car
yeah.
accident.
I
You
think
remember-
I was
you
mixing it with something else.
Yeah, it was a car accident. Sad.
Yeah.
Sad. I think those are the type of people who you see rise and you're like, she deserves it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of butt licking and a lot of
You
nonsense
see them
that
what?
goes on.
Rise?
Rise.
Yeah,
in,
okay.
because she was police spokesperson.
Yeah, I remember that. She was always on TV.
She was always on TV, and then after that, she was commissioner of police. I think in some, I forget where exactly. All right, so she rose through the ranks, and she was very big in the police service. And then after that, she was posted, in the diplomatic service.
Yeah.
And you're rooting for her in a situation like that. So when you come back from something like that, for me, my next thing is like probably just minister of something.
Yeah.
Local government, handle the police
Yeah.
because you're a police anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like handle the police. You're a police officer anyway.
Yeah.
So
You got the experience.
you
and
got
can
the
do this.
experience. You rose from the underground to probably top tier.
Yeah.
So for me, when I heard about her passing, it was very, very unfortunate.
Yeah,
very
sad.
Very, very
A
sad.
great example to women,
Awesome.
especially at the time when she was, like the spokesperson. Like
Yeah.
she spoke very well. Like she
Yeah.
would answer questions properly and stuff. And you hate the police, but you love her.
Yeah.
Obviously.
No. Because it's like, look, and I've said, look,
Did I just throw you off, sir?
no. Here's the thing. Let me explain it. I used to host a show back
Yeah.
at Joy FM.
That wasn't the plan, by the way.
Yeah.
No.
Called The Police and the Community. Right?
That was a trash name for a show.
Yeah, whatever it is.
The police and the
or
community?
something like that.
Who came up with that name?
I don't know.
Did you do it?
Nah.
I'm not
It
going to
wasn't my
judge
show.
you, bro.
It wasn't
You know.
my show. It was being done by somebody else, and then I think the station manager was doing it, and then he stopped doing it, and then
So then you took up the police in the community?
Start doing it, Fanatic, because it's like, yo, you're good at interviews. So I started doing that, and every time we had probably like the head of the police department, like the bosses. The bosses were non-nonsense bosses.
Yeah.
The bosses were like, oh, if you have a complaint, this is what you do, this is da-da-da-da-da-da, all of those different things. The bosses were reasonable people.
Yeah.
When you interview them, they would give you reasonable answers. So it's like, oh, so if this happens and this happens, so if I ask permission from a police officer to do this, the problem is the niggas on the road.
Yeah.
Those niggas.
Those are the ones that fuck shit up.
Those niggas are the ones that fuck shit up.
Yeah.
You understand? Like, for me, those are the people I have a bone to pick with. Mm-hmm. Because it's simple shit that they complicate.
Yeah.
And they take advantage of most Zambians because most Zambians don't know the law. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to say. They don't know their rights.
Yeah.
It's like, if you are impounding my car, why should you get my license?
Yeah.
Impound the bloody car.
You don't need to get the license.
You don't need to get my license. Yeah. That's my license.
Yeah. They're not even allowed to do that. Like to take it. They can look at it, but they're not allowed to pocket it or anything like that.
Yeah. But what if I decide it's like, oh, okay, cool. Keep the damn thing. Keep the damn thing. I go to Ratsa and say it's lost. I get another one.
You get another one.
I get a paper printed out the same day. It's like, oh, come back for your card. I don't even need the bloody card.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
But it's just the hassle
of
like doing that.
Well, basically what I'm saying is like maybe it's going through the process of rising through the ranks that makes them a bit more lenient, a little bit more open-minded. With age comes wisdom. Yeah. I don't know what it is, but like the bosses that I spoke to, like whether it was, I forget his name, but he was, the boss at he was head of traffic. That gentleman, very nice gentleman, nice gentleman. Had his cards and everything in my wallet. Sometimes I'd whip it out because it's like my NRC, my driver's license was in my wallet. So it's like, like how you sometimes you only put it it was right at the top of my wallet. So all you see is a name and those blue and green. It's like police whatever. Yeah. So it's like he looks at that. It's like and then you give him the license. Leave the thing deliberately open so you can see. It's like, yo, I know people, nigga.
You're trash.
Phone call away. Fuck with me, nigga. I dare you.
Fuck with me and lose your goddamn job.
You know what I mean? So so it's like most of the times I would drive away scot-free,
Yeah.
So
I think Brenda Mutemba just she was bigger than herself.
Yeah.
She represented something.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she inspired a lot of women to like aspire for greater things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's just like life is not about being in Chicago's only, fam.
But that's what life is these days, bro.
No, that's what I'm saying. So
some people
girls,
to the
young
club.
ladies and women,
it's
like need to think like that. Life is not just about Chicago's and chilling in Chicago. So it would be cool to be in Chicago's, but like imagine if you could buy your own drinks and you bought your own iPhone. Think about, oh my gosh, think about that. Like you bought all of these drinks. You're the big buyer. Think about that. Think about being the big buyer.
Yeah.
So what's the nigga gonna come and say to you? Can I buy you a drink? Nigga, I got a drink.
Yeah. Fuck out of here. What are you gonna impress me with?
Impress me with some knowledge. You know what I mean?
Nigga, show me your card, and I'll be like, I got a card too. Like,
I got a card too.
Probably better than the one that you have.
Bigger than yours. You know what I mean?
I think niggas need that.
Niggas need that.
We need more women that are empowered like that.
Yeah.
So that these fuck niggas out here who like use the shit like their material possessions to impress women won't have. Yeah. Because like, what are you gonna impress someone? What can you give to someone that has everything?
You can't give them shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
and women generally value their vaginas, so they're not letting any nigga just fuck them.
Yeah. No.
You know what I mean? It's different with guys.
Yeah.
The dicks are just everywhere. I think it's just the way the anatomy of like the organs are.
Yeah,
like ours are like outside, so like it's like the women like it's inside.
They're already outside.
Exactly. That's why niggas is always ready.
Yeah. So it's some BS like that, but like no. On a serious note, you want to see more women like that.
Yeah.
In society, you want to see young ladies aspiring to be something like that.
Yeah.
Kind of like somebody I know, we go to the same church, is actually affiliated to somebody who was Yeah, here not too long ago.
Okay.
And she's a paramilitary police officer.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And she is beautiful and everything. But I'm like, you are like paramilitary? You went through all of that crazy training and all of that? She was like, yeah.
Yeah, she's tough.
Like, damn, man.
She's tough.
Those are the people you need.
Yeah.
Because it's like, if you see her in uniform, it's probably like, buena. And then you see her on a Saturday, you're like, hey, girl.
Man, I'd love that shit.
Buena.
I love that shit.
You'd love that shit.
I'll feel like, yo, bring the guns.
It's like dating two people.
Yes. Cock that gun.
Handcuffs.
Yo, I think something that would really turn me on would be like...
Chicas will be like, oh, no, let's pretend I'll be the notorious student from Unza. You be their police. Throw tear gas in you, baby. Let's make it real raunchy. Have sex in a room full of tear gas.
Bring a dog.
Bring a dog. It's crazy, man. Hit me with a short button and then I'll hit you with my short button. Not so short button.
Let her fire off like a round or something. You know?
And then
one bullet for every round. Yeah.
I'll give you 3 rounds. Alright, bro.
Oh shit. We're out of here, man. Fuck it.
We're done.
Oh, yeah, we're done for this week. That's episode 27. Make sure that you subscribe to the podcast. YouTube, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and anywhere else you get your podcast from. We're available everywhere.
There you go.
And then also social media on Twitter. You can find us Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. And yeah, let's get talking.
Let's get talking, man. Let's make it happen.
We're outie.
Peace.